What's up, everybody? Welcome to the High Performance Trader Weekly Webinar Recap, right? So today is June 3rd. We're going to be breaking down the week ending June 2nd. Today in this recap, I really want to touch on this new saying I got. It's called I identify and I adapt, right? It's all about identifying these market conditions, who's in control, and how we can adapt to not make the most profitable trades, but the most probable trades, right? So I'm really pumped. We got our team here today. We're going to be breaking it down and diving really deep into it, right? So we're going to jump right in. What's up, fellas? How's everyone doing today? Good?
Great to be back.
Perfect.
Good. Doing amazing. Excited to go over this last month and get ready for the second half of this year. It's crazy how far we come this year.
I can't believe it. So we started this Discord. We'll just call it January 1st because I remember it was like a couple days after Christmas. Todd sent me a message on YouTube saying, "Hey, you got a Discord start?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm working on it." He goes, "Start it up." So, and me and Darren were playing around with the idea a little bit, but we really started this. We'll call it January 1st, 2023, and it's been the first 6 months of this year. And it's been just as well as this market's been doing, man. Look at this. So this right here was the beginning of January 2023.
Josh, are you sharing your screen right now?
Oh, no, I'm not. Hold on. Thank you. Hold on. Let me all right, hold on. Ready? Here we go.
There we go.
All right, you guys see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this weekly time frame, right? So basically, in a nutshell, we got QQQ, we got SPY over here. Look at this market. Look at this. It's crazy. I cannot believe, right? Because I was one of those guys that thought kind of pessimistic in the beginning of the year that the world's coming to an end, the market's falling apart. But listen, guys, we got buyers, we got volume. No matter what's going on, whether it's war, whether it's, XYZ, let this be a lesson where none of that matters. All what matters is how we react to price, right? And this is going to fit in perfect for today's lesson. So basically, in a nutshell, this weekly time frame is phenomenal. I mean, look at this. We got strong buying. We're breaking past previous resistances, right? So, look at this. This is what I love to see. When you got a critical level right here, right? 33344. Break past it. Look at how the break and retest is effect on the weekly time frame. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. We break past it, come down, retest it with the wick, boom, right? So this is literally a trading strategy that we've been using constantly, the break and retest. It works on all time frames. It's absolutely phenomenal. And what it is, and the reason why I love this strategy so much, is it really dives deep into exactly what's happening in the market, right? You got buyers stomping out sellers. It's that simple. You got critical levels being defended by buyers, right? And when they're defended, that presents us opportunity to make money, right? So this has been, you guys have been hearing me preach about the break and retest probably for like a month now. But it's just, dude, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. We've seen tons of opportunities this week with it. So I really want to break that down and just, and just how well it works. It's phenomenal.
I just love how you can see that. Look over the last month or even 2 months when we've been talking about break and retest. It's when we've been insanely bullish.
Yeah.
And then further back when we were talking about, I don't know, double top, double bottom, when the market was kind of trading sideways, that would have worked.
Right.
But just to see visually how we switch our process to adapt to current market conditions, it's just so clear when you look at the chart.
Yeah, we identify, we adapt, right? That's literally the definition of becoming consistent, right? Like, it's got nothing to do, for me at least, it's got nothing to do with one specific strategy. It's got everything to do with understanding who's in control of the market and trading with them, right? Like, it's literally, one thing I want to talk about is taking the most probable trade, right? So before we dive into the week, right, I just want to dive into this day right here, which was June 1st, right? So I'm going to pull up QQQ and SPY, and I really want to show you guys how I traded this, because my what used to be a demand rejection, I now take different types of trades and I'm having much better results. And I want to show you guys how it was that I traded this day, right? So we have QQQ and we have SPY. This day I traded Nvidia and SPY, but I want to show you guys how I came about my analysis, right? So basically we had on SPY, we had this demand zone over here at 416. QQQ, we had demand over here at 346, right? So obviously, if buyers can show up in demand, we'd be looking to take the market long, right? But one thing I've been doing is, like I just said, I'm looking for the more probable trade, right? I'm looking for the trade, not that's going to make me the most money, theoretically, even though this trade did, but the trade that has the highest probability of working in my favor, right? So how I did this over here, right, is Nvidia. First thing I do is identify critical level. If if this level gets broken, I'm looking for longs, right? So how that works is so basically we have demand over here on SPY at 416. Buyers defended it. But then I got this critical level from the previous day highs, right? This 418.95, right? If buyers can defend this level, 418.95, I'm looking for a move all the way up to, hold on, all the way up to here. So notice how I'm identifying a critical level, and then I'm grabbing my target from previous day, right? So if then statements, right? If we can defend yesterday's highs, right? I'm looking for a move. My first target I put in the Discord was right here, which was 420.92, right? And then my second target was 422.50. What is going on? So basically, instead of going, hey, I'm going long out of demand, right? I'm going to wait patient. And if buyers can prove to me that they really want this by holding above previous day high, then I'm going to get in the trade, right? So that sort of mentality has been working for me so well. It's crazy. All right, there we go. Because what I'm doing here is I'm not just going, hey, I'm going to go long in demand and, target end of day or target pre-market high, which is fine. That works, right? But considering we were kind of in a downtrend on the 1 hour. I just wanted buyers to prove to me that they wanted this day, right? And I wanted to trade. Once we broke above this, I knew we had substantial potential to go all the way up to 422. So this was just more ideal for me, right? And this sort of trading has really been super profitable for me. And I call this the more probable trade, right? There's a higher probability if we can hold above previous day high, right? Which is nothing but a supply zone of itself, right? If we can hold this area, there's no supply up until 422.
It also looks like it makes your stop a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah.
So like, let's say you were expecting a double bottom on SPY here, and you got long somewhere in the top of that zone. You'd have to wait till it went all the way down to the bottom.
Exactly.
But if you saw that clear reversal candle, that massive green candle on the 15-minute there, and then you saw that pullback with a wick.
Yeah.
Your stop is no longer at the bottom of that demand zone.
Exactly.
Because buyers showed up. So your stop is way closer, and you don't have to worry about getting stopped out and then re-entering.
Yeah.
Like, it's either going to work or it's not.
Well, so this right here is where I ended up going long, right? So when we defended end of day and we were making this inverse head and shoulders right here, you got the left shoulder, you got the head, you got the right. And now this is where Nvidia played such an important role. Check this out. So, and here I am going long on Nvidia and long on SPY, right? Based on the same analysis. So this was my critical level on Nvidia, right? 38804, right? And so I knew if buyers can hold this level, we would make it all the way up potentially to here, right? So once again, same analysis, right? Nvidia's been a super hot stock. It's been literally massive volume, tons of buyers. So this is where I went long on SPY, and this is where I went long on Nvidia, because Nvidia was kind of breaking retesting this area, right? And well, Nvidia was breaking retesting off pre-market high, right? Which has been a phenomenal trading strategy for me lately. Um, where if I don't know why I can't draw one of those, but if price can hold pre-market high with strength, right, and with volume, with tape, I want to see a move to the upside. So first we defended pre-market high, then we defended this little congestion from yesterday, right? We're holding end of day, just like you said, Darren. Now my stop loss is going to be below this left shoulder, right? I'm entering right here, volume. Look at the volume, right? Confirmation, buyers are here. Let's go. And then we literally rip past our target, our first target. Nvidia is now breaking retesting as well. Ready? Check this out. Boom. Right?
Yep.
So now there's still no reason to exit any of these trades. And we got a massive move to the upside. And one thing I've been doing, right, and I talked to a lot of traders about this, the whole I'm getting out of trades too early. Listen, guys, there's no shame in buying some contracts and taking and selling 70% of your position and letting 30% run. There's no shame in that. But if you're not letting any run and your analysis and your conditions are still trending, you're failing, right? It's really important to pull the money out of this equation and learn to trade according to the conditions, right? You must identify, hey, these are my levels, right? And yeah, I'm fine with taking profits here at pre-market high and locking in 30%. But if my target's all the way up here and the volume's there and market leading equities are there, there's no reason to get out of this trade. And that's why I really like that break and retest strategy, because look, then you continuously just keep break and retesting all the way to the top, and until you break this, you can stay in your trade. So it's been working very well, especially when we get these large moves to the upside. So I just wanted to really break that down because it's really been helping me so much as a trader, right? And QQQ was actually even more clutch because you got this perfect double bottom on QQQ, and I love the patience we've been demonstrating on the Discord. Right, we're not just like jumping in right at the first wick. Right, we're being patient, and I think it's really important. Right, I mean we talk about, hey, if I see my edge, I act on it, but at the same time, like you can't just go long on the first wick. I think it's really important to wait for that wick to uh, respect critical areas, right? And this is why I love this strategy so much. I mean, we've seen the same thing on QQQ. I mean, perfect double bottom. Yes, you could have went long here, and that's fine. But when you're waiting for a critical level to be respected, now, right? I really like what you mentioned, Darren, because now my stop loss is literally pennies away from my entry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pennies.
Yeah.
And
it seems very clear to me if the break and retest is going to work or is not, and it's right. Different if you're looking at an entire zone and you've got, I don't know, almost $1 zone that you have to work with.
Right.
It just there's just a lot more slippage that right. you could experience where the trade goes in your direction.
Right, and that's why I use the zone. Right, hey, buyers defended demand. This is bullish. What else do I need to see? My bad. What else do I need to see to capture the large trending move for the day? Right, and this is just this is obviously just one strategy, right? But
and you mentioned the high of day on SPY that day when we saw buyers hold high of day from the previous day, right?
Yes, 418.
Because that was massive.
Yeah, And so this is what I'm doing here, though. I'm literally going, hey, this area, if buyers defend it, this thing's going to rip, right? Because if sellers cannot control this area, now what's holding back buyers, right? So here I am identifying levels, right? And waiting to see what happens in price. See, now if sellers defend this, no doubt. So now this trade plan's off the table, and I'm going to look for a different sort of trade, right? But like this trade could have easily went to the downside, right? Buyers could not say buyers didn't defend previous day low, right? And then we break beneath it, come up, retest it. Now we're going for shorts all the way down to 410. You know what I mean? So it's just such a good way to identify who's in control and to trade with them, right? Because for so long, I would just try to capture reversals, and I still do. Don't get me wrong, I'll still trade a reversal all day, but I found trading with the overall market conditions help me so much, make so much more money as a trader, have so much more confidence in my trades, and that's the overall beauty of trading, right? Is developing a strategy that works so well for you and just rinse repeat. You know, and once we get into these more trending markets, like you said, Darren, back that right here when the market was just congestion, reversals were perfect. You know what I mean? But we can't shy away from just trading with the market. You know what I mean? It just and change, right? So
yeah, exactly. Can't shy away from change, and if it's something that like you don't know what strategy is going to work the next month, you know, or the next week. So like,
yes.
You basically just have to look at what's been working and realize that conditions could change, and you have to fully adapt.
Absolutely.
But I'm thinking we need a high of day indicator. We need a previous day high and a previous day low indicator on TOS.
I think that's
basically what the pivot points are, or no? Are they not exactly that?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but that would make a lot of sense.
It's like it's some kind of calculation that they put in, like the. It is kind of like that, but it's some kind of calculation.
It's something else.
They calculated the day before the move. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Pivot points indicator. Hold up. I'm looking it up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we have end of day, which I it's default on my chart now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I get high of day because I always look at the daily chart. So
yeah,
I do always look at that, but I don't know. Maybe it's something that can be default on my chart, at least while we're in an uptrend.
That pre-market, I've been trading a lot with that pre-market high and low.
Yeah.
Man, I like that.
That's because
I like that break and retest too when it comes in, and it'll go past it, pull back to it, and then rip.
Yeah,
nice setup.
I'm telling you, it's been game changing for me, and it's one thing to call it a strategy, but I think it's more or less a state of mind, right? So I truly believe so much that consistent trading, consistent profitability, right? Consistent success is nothing but a state of mind, right? Obviously, you need to have all the information. You need to have the knowledge. You have to be able to identify critical levels, which really is not hard. But if it was that easy, why wouldn't everyone else be rich, right? If trading literally came down to your ability to identify critical levels, I think a lot more traders would be filthy rich. So what is it that's keeping us from success? And for so long, it was my ability to identify conditions and trade accordingly, right? Like it's really important to not get super hung up here, right, on stuff that doesn't matter, right? So I want to show you guys real quick a Tesla trade I took on Friday, which was literally as simple as, okay, so we've identified yesterday's high over here at 20971, right? Yesterday's high means high of day yesterday, right? That's simple. 20971. We're opening above it, right? We're opening above 20971. I want to see buyers defend this, right? Now, listen, I'm not going long right off the rip because that's not my style. I want buyers to prove to me they want this, then I want to catch the larger move, right? So now you break out the 5-minute. Okay, so buyers defend yesterday's high. Well, what else did they defend? Pre-market high. Look at that.
Pre-market. Mm-hmm.
So they defend pre-market high. You got it once, twice, 3 times. And this is why we use the 5-minute, right? Look at that. Defending it. A candle cannot close below it, right? That's telling me buyers are there. This is where we go long, right? Now check it out. Now you catch the high of that. Something. I can't. I don't know why this is being like this. Hold on.
And not just that, if you even just took the bounce off of VWAP and
Yes.
decided you were going to do a stop down to overnight high,
Yes.
then that could still save you. So
absolutely, and I really think VWAP, which is volume weighted average price, right? I really think something to do with that mathematic equation that creates VWAP, right? That represents VWAP, showing us strength. I've consistently noticed VWAP and pre-market high and critical levels usually line up, right? How many break and retests do we go, hey, this VWAP is lining up with the break and retest off of pre-market low, high probability trade, right?
Money setup.
Yeah, that's the money setup. So why does that happen? I'm not sure, but I promise you it happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I really like when there's a confluence of indications. It just
Yes.
double confirms,
Yes.
what's going to happen next,
Yes.
and it invariably works out.
Yes.
You can't see price crashing through, two indications confluencing with each other. They may between different instruments, but on an instrument, I find it's pretty rare when you see 2 indicators together and price just crashes through with no regard, looking over the shoulder or nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're going to have a certain amount of people who swear by VWAP, a certain amount of people who swear by the head and shoulders, and a certain amount of people who swear by pre-market high, and all of those people combined, I mean, probably going to be enough to at least hold up price to a certain point so you can see what's going on.
So another way, exactly. So another way I want you guys to look at this, right? Because everything is perception. It's all about your lens, right? So say this is what. Oh, hold on, man, my TOS is acting crazy. Okay, so say this is what price action looks like, right? This is over here on Tesla, right? You have this area, right, at 20377, right? So if price can get above this, how could I be bearish, right? Like if price can break through this resistance, right? You're in an uptrend, right? Tesla's trending up, right? So how I look at this is I go, if price can get above this level, right? Now I'm looking for longs, right? So you see how identifying the conditions in a critical level can set you up for success. So now once price, look, battles it, sellers come in, right? Battles it, we break and retest right off it, and look at the move we get because no sellers are there. All the sellers got eaten up right here. They're gone, right? All these sellers tried so hard, or there just wasn't enough of them. There was way more buyers. So I'm looking for critical levels every single day on larger time frames, and when they get broken, I drop down to my intraday time frame and trade accordingly, right? Because and now the other way to look at this is, oh, we have a double bottom, let's go long. You see what I mean? So I guess what I'm trying to say here is changing the way I'm looking at this setup, right? Because you could have went long right here at the double bottom, but there's way more confidence, control, and conviction in the larger move to the upside when there's no more sellers. You see what I mean?
There's nothing to the left of it,
right?
And when there's nothing to the left of it, man, that thing can rip.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, and guys, we are pulling. Now that we are, we're trending up. We haven't reached these prices in like 2 years. So we must trade accordingly, right? I mean, look at this chart, man. This is insane. Like we're, now we're gonna, and I'm not, and it really doesn't matter. This could be going down, it could be going up, it could be going sideways. It doesn't matter. But what I just really want to get at here is what we're doing is identifying who's in control, right? Buyers are in control, right? Now we trade with buyers. Does this mean I won't go short? No, I'll go short, but I need sellers to prove to me that they want it. You know what I mean? So, and I do that through identifying critical levels, which are usually yesterday's high and low, end of day, and pre-market high and low, right? That's literally, it's I feel like I've very simplified it, and it's working very well. So I'm super excited because I love this new way of, I call it new way of trading, but in reality, all I'm doing is being super patient. I'm letting the market tell me who's in control. Like look at this setup on QQQ. This was lovely. Let me just remove this. We get this resistance right here, right? Price comes down, blows past it. I mean, this right here last Friday, this was a slam dunk. This was like, all right. I mean, what would it take to go short right here? You couldn't, you know what I mean? You're well above, you're in an uptrend. You're well above a resistance, right? So if you identified this on a 4-hour time frame before going long, right? Like say it looked like this. I mean, obviously I want to see buyers defend this 341 area, but once they do, it's over, and it's literally what happened. So I just feel like I'm letting price react in specific levels, and it's really paying off. It's working very well, and I just really want everybody to understand what it is I'm trying to say, because it's really helped me as a trader.
Yeah, what I like about the break and retest, you can be more calm and laid back and let the price come back.
Right. Yes. Exactly. It's like you're not rushing it. It's not impulsive. You're getting rid of that, hey, we're in demand, where do I go long? You know what I mean? Because that used to be a big problem for me, for traders, right? Price comes into demand. What's it going to take for me to go long, right? Like, obviously, you don't want to go long on the first candle, right? We didn't really come down and tag yesterday's low to the T, which is sketchy. Right, I don't like going long in this scenario whatsoever, because we're super vulnerable. We're about, what is that, a full $1 away from yesterday's low, and then if buyers don't show here, you're done. You know what I mean? So I really like the whole idea of letting price play out and show you what it is you need to see. Like obviously breaking above previous day, flagging above it, right? Breaking, retesting all the way to the upside. Really good. I mean, look at these, dude, this is crazy. We've literally gone up, $20 in 2 days, just really good stuff. But one thing I want to touch on though, is not every day is like this, right? Sometimes you get a day like this. I forgot what it was. Actually, I forgot which day it was, but I think it was this day. I actually took a losing trade, and I came back and made up for it. I want to break it down. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out if it was on.
I think we had 2 days like that in a row.
Yeah. I mean, and it's gonna happen, and I love it, because I was looking at my trading journal, and Tuesday, I think I was like overall down like $100. But I let the good days, these 2 days, make all my money for the week, right? These days, all right, these 2 days I kind of struggled with, but I remained consistent because I didn't let them hurt me, right? That is the importance of trading. Not every day is going to be these slam dunks, $1,000 days or higher, right? It's the days like this, right, when you get this nasty congestion, and I'm just speaking for myself, But days like this where I didn't trade well, but I didn't let it hurt me. You know what I mean? Those are the days that are going to that you're gonna become super consistent. If you can control your losing days, right? Like here, let's just break this day down. I think it was this day here where I went long. Oh, on the gap fill. Yes, this was it. Hold on. So we gapped down significantly, and I had demand mapped out. Give me 1 minute. Oh yeah, I had a demand zone right here. I think. Yes. Okay, this is what it looked like. So this is what it looked like. We got a significant move to the downside, right? And I was looking for a gap up to 420.50, right, to end of day, and price kind of played with it right here in the morning. Oh, and this day QQQ actually did fill the gap, but I went long on SPY. Hold on. Let me whip it out here. Yes. Okay, so this was it. Okay, so this was QQQ. Right in the morning, it ripped right up, filled its gap. SPY had a different story, right? SPY buyers came in. We got a double bottom right here, right? So I took it long. Price rips right into this area and rejects, right? So my target was 420.41. So I'm in this trade to my target. That's it. I don't care. My target wasn't hit, and I got stomped out for, I think it was like a 23% loss, right? No doubt. Completely fine. Do I let it control me? Absolutely not. Instead, I switched my position because we got this solid break and retest off pre-market low, and I end up making like 80% on this trade to the downside, right? So that right there is exactly what it's going to take for you to become a successful trader. If you can't, say you take this losing trade, you get stomped out, or say you don't even get stomped out and you actually hold on to it, right? And then you take a massive loss. This is going to crush you as a trader, right? So it's so important to develop a process and stick to it, right? This is my trade setup. Once price breaks below 418, I'm out. I remember putting in the Discord, I said 418 is a critical level, right? Let me just pull up the 1 minute on this day. Because that used to be the type of trader I am. I used to be the type of trader that would have slam dunk days like this, but when I entered a losing trade, I froze. I couldn't get out. You know what I mean? It was done for me. So this is what it looked like on the 1 minute. I go long, right? Price rips up, rejects, and then breaks. Now say I did it differently, right? As a break and retest sort of trader, say this was my critical level, and I said, I'll go long if buyers defend this, right? Because if buyers defend 419.23, we're probably going to get a move up to end of day, right? This is the more probable trade, right? This is the trade. These are the trades you want to take. These trades right here are way more probable, right? If buyers defend this, they're probably going to defend this, right? Because all the sellers are going to get wiped out right here. Instead, I chose to go long at this double bottom and get stomped out. So it's two different mentalities, and it's been working a lot better for me. But did anyone else go for this gap fill, or was this?
No, I think I went short, but I also waited a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I waited until we broke pre-market low.
Yes.
And then I got out way too quick. Like I got out like halfway down, I believe, like around 417.50, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I still made like 80%, which is why I was happy with it. But it's like we were talking about this morning, Josh. Like, if you believe that you can consistently pull money out of the market, then you won't be worried about securing profits.
Facts. 100.
You will believe that in the future you will be able to extract more money out of the market, and you won't feel the need to take your profit when your target hasn't fully hit. And that's basically what my problem was this day. Is I didn't believe that I was worth holding that trade all the way to my target and took profit.
I love how you said that. You literally said that if I believe I can consistently pull money out of the market tomorrow, the next day, next week, I don't need to secure a 70% move based completely on P&L, right? That was perfectly said, dude, because that was perfectly
when I went back
said.
and journaled it, that's why.
Yes.
I saw 80%, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah. And I took it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so. You guys have seen me post in the Discord, right? The Power of the Subconscious Mind. I recommend this book to everybody on this team. It is so important for you to understand that you need to believe you are capable of becoming successful. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to sit in your room and stare at the mirror and go, I'm actually, that wouldn't hurt. Right? Start literally, I'm telling you, start telling yourself and believing that you're worth this money. Guys, we have an edge. We have a strategy that consistently works, right? We have capital. We have the ability to make millions of dollars out of this market, right? Other people do it consistently, daily. The only thing that's in between us and millions of dollars is our mind, is our beliefs saying we can't do it. That's literally it. Because you're telling me if you're in one of these trades and you're up 30%, you're up 300, 400, 500 bucks, and I got to secure that. That sort of mentality is not going to make you rich, right? And don't beat yourself up. This is a battle. This takes time, right? This really takes time to get past. But if you're struggling with holding long trades and good trades, like really get this book, start diving into your self-worth, and prove to yourself that you are worth it. Because Darren, you said that perfectly. Thank you so much for saying that. I could not have said it better. If you truly believe you're consistent, there's no reason to worry about this reversing out of nowhere when you're clearly in a downtrend, and it all comes from fear. Right. So obviously it's a battle. So don't beat yourself up, but learn to really believe you're worth it. It's so true. So
yeah, and it really just came from like going back right after the trade. As I watched it go all the way down, I just went back and I was like, what was I feeling when I wanted to exit that trade?
Right.
And basically it was seeing the profits, seeing my P&L, but mainly seeing the percentage.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have the P&L there, but the percentage is what I saw, and I don't know. I just saw that it basically looked good enough for me, and that's not the behavior that I need to be.
No. Well, it's
not the behavior that's going to be rich right there.
No, absolutely. And when we talk rich and success, we're talking just trading this properly, right? Like obviously,
following your plan.
Yes, obviously we are here to make money, right? I rely on money from the market. I need to win, right? And whether or not that's anyone else's case, it's to consistently do that. You need to follow your process. You need.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And now there's obviously there's tons of variables here, right? Obviously, if you got a target over here at 416.20 and price action or some other condition changes, right? That doesn't mean you can't get out of your trade. But at the same time, guys, we need to go, hey, my target's here, my entry's here, my stop loss is here, right? Let's target this. And like I said earlier, I don't care if you're leaving, if you're buying 3 contracts and you're leaving 1, right? That's fine. Yep. Just get in the habit of trusting your analysis, because you're going to build that in your mind, and subconsciously you're just going to make better decisions towards that success.
If you can put more than 1 contract on, then it really doesn't even cost you anything as far as risk goes. Because after you've closed out the first one, if you pull your stop up to break even, you're just paying commission on the next stop out. So it's really nothing. Or if you want, you can actually just pull it up to pay for the commission.
You're
so
100% right.
You're not even gambling anything, really.
No, other than your ego and your need to be right. That's it. Because like the biggest thing for me is a really big thing I used to struggle with is I had to secure the money, right? I remember I used to say $300 a day keeps the doctor away, right? So I would literally I would lock in which is some calculation I made to make $100,000 a year or whatever it was at the time. I don't know. It was, so I was like, oh, I gotta lock this in, and it's so crazy. I love how you said that, Darren. If I truly believed that I can consistently pull money out of this market, I would not be worried about it, right? Like in Rob, you're 100% right, Rob. Set a stop of break even. You know how many traders I follow that do exactly what you said, Rob? You literally just go, hey, I've made 30% on 2 contracts. I'm gonna set my stop loss at whatever it is I paid for the contract, and then just let it play. I mean, I did that Friday. I do it with trailing stops, and I was telling Darren, I make more money off my runner than I do on the 9 previous contracts. It's crazy. Like how do you buy 10 contracts and sell 9 for like 1,100 profit, and then your last contract runs and you profit, at 12, 13, 1,400. It's insane. It's insane.
That's a really satisfying day when that happens.
Oh yeah, exactly. But
not just for the dollar value, but the fact that you had this freedom to let one run, and just it's just free money. It's like winning. It's just like winning something.
Well, it's giving yourself what you deserve. You know what I mean? Because guys, we have worked so hard on this knowledge, on this ability to identify conditions and adapt, right? So that right there is what it's worth in money, right? That knowledge, that mind frame, right? That of consistency, of your ability to go, hey, and it may sound easy, but we all know it isn't. To go, hey, sellers are not here anymore, right? I'm up. Let's just say you're up $3,000 right here, right? Yeah. Oh man, $3,000. If I can make $3,000 a day, I'm a millionaire, right? That's your bullshit mind going. Take it, let it go, take it. You know what I mean? Instead, you go, hey, there's no more sellers, right? My target's here. We're gonna leave a runner, and I'm gonna let this thing pay me what I'm deserved. Right? Like if I could get to that mentality every single day, if we can get to that mentality every day, there's nothing in our way. I'm telling you, we are the only things that handicap our success in the market. The market constantly gives us opportunity. Constantly gives us opportunity. Whether it's to the downside or the upside, everybody on this team can make money on the market if they were patient and read the conditions properly. Like and that's why I'm working so hard on just going, hey, these are my levels. I'm going long here. My stop is here, and that's it. I actually heard this. It was so crazy. This trader, I seen it on Instagram. He was an older guy that's been trading for like, who knows, probably 100 years. But he goes, my mentor gave me. He had 2 hats on the table. Right? And underneath those hats, there was a slip for a long position and a slip for a short position, right? And he literally would mix them up. And then whatever one the guy picked, he had to do, right? So say he just randomly picked every day to go long or short. If you demonstrate proper risk reward and proper money management skills, you will still be consistent. It's crazy. It's literally crazy to understand. Our analysis obviously does help us become successful, but what if I told you guys right now, you can be consistent? It didn't even matter if you chose to go long or short. All what mattered was your ability to demonstrate proper money management skills, right? And that means, letting your runners run and cutting your losers quickly, right? If you can do that, you could literally become consistent. It doesn't even matter which way you go. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was, it really helped me understand. Literally, trading it's all comes down to getting the most out of your winners, and I don't know. I just thought it was really really cool stuff.
Yeah, it reminds me of like identifying opportunity, like the ability to identify an opportunity.
Yes.
I don't think I would ever trade like that, but I think that's not the point. I think the point is to illustrate that you can control
Yes.
the outcome of your trade in any situation.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, we might not trade like that, but that's not the point.
No, I'm not saying to trade that way. No, thanks for clarifying that, Darren. It definitely is just emphasizing the fact that, hey, we can control our losers and we can control our winners for sure. And just
hey Josh, can you zoom out to the daily on this SPY chart right here?
Yes.
Because I just want to so if you zoom in on the last week, so we just talked about that trade where we were holding on 531, I believe. We were going short, and I got out early.
Yes.
If you look, I guess it's 1, 2, 3 days before that high right there, bang, right?
Break and retest.
Look at that right there.
Yeah. See,
like I saw that. I was obsessed with the 415.50 demand zone.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking at. And as price was selling off, I was like, damn it, that's where it's going to go. It's going to go all the way down there.
Yeah.
But I failed to realize that, like, yeah, we had that demand zone, but in bullish conditions, buyers are going to look for opportunities to step in. And if they like that break and retest and they don't even want to wait for that demand zone, that's a really bullish sign.
Yeah. No, what was that? You said 431?
I think it was 415.50 was the demand zone that I had.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm which day was that? Let's see.
531.
Yeah. Okay. So we got this one right here. I'm just trying to break it in on a different time frame because that was perfect. That was absolutely. Look at that. If buyers could step in, hold on. This candle right here, which is 525.23. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I had that high there, and it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see.
Right
if
here.
you zoom in, it's just a tiny little wick, but right there.
Yeah. Look at that. And that's why, when we talk about these previous day highs and lows, it's literally what we're doing there.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at that. Well respected.
And that's what set me up for being bullish the next day, where like I saw that the buyers showed up at that break and retest. They didn't really wait for that demand zone.
Yeah. Or
maybe that was a demand. And then the next day, the low was, buyers came in even before that break and retest.
Yeah. And look, the 50% Fibonacci as well.
Perfect.
So I've been using this, and this is what I love about trading. Doesn't matter the time frame, right? We use this same indicator on the 5 minute. Now we're using on the 1 hour, and it works perfectly. And these are nothing but tools that help us identify who's in control. You know what I mean? It's so awesome to see because I've been married to the 1 hour time frame lately. Checking yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, and just like these opportunities, Darren, because what you're doing is going, hey, buyers are defending this, right? If sellers don't defend it, what's next, right? Well, we're probably going to revisit 422, right? And then literally, bam, revisit 422. Now, if we defend 422, what's next? Bam, right? So, it's just we all can sit here and say these price levels, supply, demand, areas of value, they are magnets, right? We can confidently say that, right? Price will capture the market imbalance, statistically reliable, right? Like, which means, it's measurable. It continuously happens, right? These market imbalances. So in a scenario where you get buyers showing up here, the most probable analysis is to go, hey, I'm setting my targets here, and here. And if buyers, so what does it need to look like for price to go all the way up to 422. Well, that means buyers got to respect this area right here. And as they do, now you drop it on a smaller time frame and go, hey, if we can defend, hold on. If we could defend this area right here, this 319.22, okay, then we're probably going to go all the way up to 423. And that's literally what happened. So it's I really use the larger time frame to understand the overall momentum, and then I'll break in on a smaller time frame and go, hey, if we can break this level, then I'm looking for that large move to the upside. And it's really, really cool stuff. I'm really excited for this year, guys, because I feel like we're making so much progress on this Discord. We're all showing up. We're all putting in the work. Rob, shout out to you and Todd as well. I know you guys constantly are showing up, putting up pre-market plans. I love that, dude. I love that. Like, that's the goal there, right? Is to use the Discord as a tool of accountability. If you write it on that Discord, you better play it. You know what I mean? like that's why it's been so beneficial for me, right? Like, I can't act stupid, right? I can't make impulsive decisions because the team's watching. Like, that accountability is going to help you so much. So that's why, Rob, I really want to give you a big shout out, man, because you've been posting pre-market analysis. You've been talking, hey, here's a fair value gap right here. I'm like, this could happen. This can happen. Obviously, we all got things going on. We can't be super involved every day, but I just really want to give you a shout out because I feel like it's really working for you too.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a struggle at times. I overcame a mental block that I had, and I waited for my whole trading life to be able to participate this way.
Right. Yes.
Spent years looking or waiting to find people in a trading community that were actually, trading and making money.
Yeah.
Knew what they were doing. Yeah, it's a lot of years doing that.
Oh,
wow.
Dude, I just love hearing that though, because it's literally like, cause one thing I've noticed, right, is like I've followed a bunch of traders for so long, and really good ones, and I never got better, right? Like my first couple of years as a trader, because I was waiting for just one day to wake up and I seen it clearly, right? And I thought that's kind of how it worked, and until I dove deep into and it all started, Darren, we were talking about this earlier, and correct me if I say this wrong, but it all starts from understanding you're the problem, right? Like the ability to go, hey, I'm doing something wrong, will open up a door of just endless opportunity, right? If you can go, hey, this isn't working, right? Or it doesn't even have to be something wrong. You're just not where you want to be, right? Like, I'm not making $250,000 $1 million a year from the market. Why? Right? That question is going to open up a door and just pools of opportunity, because if you could go, what do I need to change then? Well, my strategy's good. Am I able to get out of losing trades quickly and let my winners run, right? Mark Douglas calls it eating like a bird and shitting like an elephant, right? Like, dude, like when he said that, I felt that so vividly, because it's so, that was me for so long. I could have good trades, but my losers, I couldn't let go of. Now, dude, I'm out of a losing trade instantly. I don't even let myself make the decision because I'm not there yet. I put in a hard stop immediately. I don't care. If I buy my contracts for 100, if they hit 80 or if they hit 85, I'm out. My entry wasn't good. I don't care. I'll trade tomorrow if I don't have the means to trade again. Right? So setting these rules, setting these expectations for yourself, knowing, hey, if I follow this, if I show up like this, if I do this, and then I've identified these areas as issues, I'm going to change them, right? So, really diving deep into that. In that book, I really recommend it to everybody. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. There's so much in there. And Mark Douglas... Go ahead,
Thanks
Rob.
for that recommendation. I just ordered it yesterday, actually.
Yeah, dude, this book right here has helped me jump hurdles, and it's not a feel good book, even though it's really informative and it's got so much knowledge in it that will lead you to success. It's just in reality understanding that the power lies within you, right? It's not. Say this market is an extremely bull market, right? No doubt. If it's a super congestion, crazy market, it doesn't matter. The market doesn't determine my success. I do by my behaviors. Yep. You know what I mean? The market just presents me opportunity. That's it. That's it. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful to be able to identify that and adapt to that. But that does not, dictate whether I'm going to be a millionaire or not. It's my behaviors, my trading decisions, right? And honestly, it's your beliefs about yourself. So I really recommend this book and diving deep into yourself as a trader, right? Log your trades. Todd, you want to touch on that? I know you've been logging like crazy. How's that been working for you?
Man, I log when I first joined the Discord, I was like, man, he's logging and recreating his trades. What the hell, And then, if y'all don't know, I'm not good with the computer. I mean, I can trade, but other stuff on the computer, I'm just not really good at. So I got a printer that I use for my other business. So I started printing these things out, and I got a binder.
Yeah.
And every day I print them out, and I'm going back over them and looking at my setups. And I'll sit on the couch, and I'll just pick up my binder off my little coffee table and start going through it. I don't even have to be at the computer.
Yeah.
And I just run those scenarios over and over and look through the whole binder. It's really helped a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're programming your mind to see it the way you should. Like that's what a big thing with the trading metrics channel in the Discord. I throw up every trade that I see that I think's a perfect example of our edge, right? Whether it's a supply rejection, demand rejection, break and retest, end of day, right? So that we can consistently look at it. But there's something that goes into, Todd, you printing it out, putting it in a binder is subconsciously programming you to find those trades. You know what I'm saying? It's you're taking time and energy. You're sowing energy into you're literally putting the energy it's going to take for you to consistently see that setup, and that's going to grow into a field of money. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about programming your mind in your subconscious. Is it's no different than going to the gym every day. You're sacrificing energy right now, the cause and effect, right? You putting in that work and that time is going to lead to consistency because you're going to be able to identify it and adapt. And so that's literally,
I call it like my study guide. If you're not sitting there looking and you go take a test without having a study guide, you're not going to do good. I got my little printouts. That's my study guide.
Yep.
And just read over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
Just burn it in your brain, those setups. And I take a paint marker and I write down on every printout of this is what I did. I should have more patience here. I entered late. And, and just go over and over.
No, yeah, that's so, it's so awesome, man. I love to hear that, and that's literally the goal of this, guys. Is my goal is to build a team that literally is going to show up every day. I want all of us to make massive amounts of money consistently, but most of all, I want all of us to trade with confidence in our process, in our ability to show up, trust ourselves. Just like you said, Darren, if I know I can consistently pull money out of this market, right? I have nothing to fear. I'm not afraid of this trade. I'm not afraid of like Mark Douglas breaks it down so perfect. He's like, you're worried. You're afraid of the candlestick. There's nothing to be afraid of. But it is because if that candlestick goes against you, you're going to lose money. But once you can get past that, there's nothing to be afraid of. Now, how do we get past that? Well, we build confidence. Confidence counteracts fear, right? So fear makes you lose. Confidence makes you win. So how do we become more confident? Well, we print our trades out. We run through this weekly in the webinar. We break down. We I don't care if it's watch YouTube videos. I don't care what it is. Upset. Just get involved, right? Obviously, we're all involved on the team, but just keep pushing yourself, right? And grow as a person, right? Like that personal development. Get some books, read them, listen to them. Learn about the subconscious mind. The more you put into this, the more you're going to see in your trading account and in your ability to become consistent. I never became more consistent until I started working on myself. It's so crazy. So,
yeah, what I'm hearing from everyone, it's awesome to hear that you guys are journaling and everything, because what I'm hearing is like a whatever it takes attitude. Like
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you need to print it out, you print it out. If you need to draw out the candlesticks, you'll fucking draw them out.
I've done that. Yep.
If you need to confront things about your limiting beliefs, you're gonna do that.
Yep.
Like that is what you need to do. You need to relentlessly attack whatever it is that's slowing you down, and you guys aren't making excuses. You're going after it, and that's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
And just continue to do that, and you're inspiring me to do it even more. So
yeah,
this is an awesome place to be, and I love the energy in this Discord right now. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is. I love that. There's no victimizing, right? It's listen, I want to get past this, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? That's really good stuff. Before we wrap up here, is there any other day anyone wants to talk about? I'm sure we could. I just love it, man. We're making higher highs. We're making lower highs. This 1 hour has been really helping me. Anytime I make a move, I look at the 1 hour to confirm the momentum. It works really well. Yeah, listen.
Yeah, that 1 hour, you can see the trend a little clear.
Yep.
On the futures, like I said, and I knew it. I mean, I didn't know it, but Fridays have been ripping like all this month.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think Fridays are just killing it.
Yeah, they are. Look at it.
And a lot of times it ain't like that, but this month is just crazy. Fridays are usually slow, people taking their profits and all that, but this month has been wild.
Yeah, it's been.
On the futures, straight off the rip Friday, I took it off that little red bar at 56.25, and it was a kind of almost a one and done.
Well, look at that. You got previous day high, right? Future comes down, tags it, tons of volume. Once again, say you wanted to be a little more conservative, right? That's okay. I want to see it defend this level. If we could defend this level, there ain't nothing more. Bam, look at that. Boom, comes, defends it. Bull flag, rip. Yeah, man. Friday was beautiful, man. Hey, listen, going into this week, guys, let's just continuously. We got a full week this week, right? I didn't like having Monday off last week, but this week we got a full week. Let's finish it off with that. It doesn't matter what it takes. We're gonna put in the work, and we're gonna make it happen. That's what we're gonna continue to do. We're gonna continue to make more money, see bigger results, and just more camaraderie in this Discord, and just show up each and every single day, right? So, guys, have a phenomenal weekend. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I will see you guys Monday. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Josh. This has been awesome. I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Josh, thank you guys for showing up.
Yes, sir.